We've already showed you the news from the big 3 press conferences, and today we bring you some of the other news to come out of this year's E3. Hi, I'm Jamie Segara, and this is your Press Pause Daily. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo weren't the only ones to have press events this week. Today we take a look at the other 2, starting with EA. EA got things started with a first look at the next Dead Space game, and this time Isaac is not alone. You'll have another character along with you that'll be controlled by either AI or can be controlled by a friend. After that, they talked a bit more about the next Madden and brought out Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. Then it was time for some SimCity news as the head of Maxis came out and announced SimCity Social for Facebook. She then talked more about the upcoming PC version of the game and showed off a nice gameplay video. Next up was the announcement of a new premium payment service for Battlefield 3 that'll add hours of new content, including 5 expansion packs. After that, BioWare came on to show what new content is on the way for Star Wars: The Old Republic. This led into an extended gameplay demo of the next Medal of Honor game, Warfighter. Next was a bit more from EA Sports, which showed a Madden social game, another look at FIFA, and the announcement of a new NBA Live game. But the biggest announcement was that EA would now be the developer and publisher of future UFC fighting games, with UFC's Dana White coming out on stage to help make the announcement. This led into the last 2 big showings of the event. First up was a look at Need for Speed Most Wanted from Criterion. The game will be an open-world racing game that'll have players racing across town, crashing through the environment, and causing a lot of general mayhem, as they also try to outrun the cops. And lastly, we got a first gameplay look at Crysis 3, and it looks just as pretty as you would imagine. The demo had Prophet making his way through an urban rainforest in what was once New York City, as he takes out enemies and eventually blows up a dam. EA showed a lot of cool games, and we're especially excited about Dead Space 3 and Crysis 3. Next up, we have Ubisoft's press conference. Ubisoft had itself a bit more star power as comedian and self-proclaimed geek and gamer Aisha Tyler came out to host the show, and they jumped right in with a closer look at the single-player gameplay for their upcoming Farcry 3. And really all you need to know about this is one word: tigers. Lots of free-roaming tigers mauling all who come into their path. After that was a closer look at the story for Splinter Blacklist and the birth of 4th Echelon, which caused Miss Tyler to respond by saying that she got girlwood from watching. After that, we got to see a video of a new game based on the Avengers comic, which showed the main Avengers crew along with Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Storm, along with villains Venom and Magneto. They next showed off how much they're planning to support the new Wii U, stating that they have planned to have around 17 games available at launch. This led into an extended demo of Rayman Origins and how the Wii U version would play, as the gamer with the gamepad would have control of the character Murphy. After that, we saw looks at ZombiU, Dance Central 4, Your Shape, and Rabbids Land. Next up was a closer look at Assassin's Creed 3, and they showed off a CG trailer that showed off Connor and George Washington, and then they went into a live demo of Connor hunting deer and then infiltrating a British base to assassinate the man in charge. After that was a look at a game that was designed especially for esports called Shootmania Storm, and they had a live battle between a team of guys and a team of gals, with the boys team unfortunately winning. The last item of the day though is the one that turned out to be the most mind-blowing. After a short video that explains how everything is connected to a computer and how everything is hackable, we were led into a game demo that features a character that can use his phone to hack just about anything. Over the course of the demo, we see a man use his phone to track and bait his prey into coming after him, with the climax being his using a hack to cause the man's vehicle into a traffic accident so that he can pull him out of the car and kill him. The game will be called Watchdogs, but as of yet, no platform has been announced. Everyone in the audience was stunned by the game and how good the visuals were. This one is definitely now on my watch list. Both EA and Ubisoft had really good showings this year, but in the end, we gotta give it to Ubisoft, especially after that Watchdogs demo. Mind f***ing blown. And that'll do it for our coverage of the 2012 Electronic Entertainment Expo. I'm sure there'll be a few more news items to talk about in the weeks ahead, and we'll be here to cover them. So make sure to keep tuning into the show over at presspause.mevio.com, and you know our YouTube channel, youtube.com/presspausemevio.